For today's book review, I'm doing something almost completely different. Most of the books I've talked about so far in Casting Across have been primarily about the written word. Today, it's something else entirely. We'll share the title that brings us to mind today on Casting Across. Hi, Matthew of castingacross.com, where I explore the quarry and culture of fly fishing. I have to be honest, for a long time, I thought I don't need a picture book or a coffee table book on my bookshelf. There's a lot more that I want out of a book than just pretty images. And then I got thinking about it. How many times as a kid did I check out the same book on dinosaurs, on medieval castles, on African mammals, over and over again from my school library, my public library, and look at those same pictures over and over again? And then I got thinking about my fly fishing books, and even though I'm reading them, I'm reading the words and the content, how much I was looking forward to seeing that particular picture of a stream or a fish that I knew was coming up on a page that I had read countless times before. And it hit me, I shouldn't have any sort of hesitation to buy a book that is primarily photographs, particularly ones that are composed well. And that is certainly the case with Trout by Brian Rosenbauer. So this came out a few years ago, and this is a book that I kind of passed over at the fly fishing show a couple of times, looking at it thinking, this looks like it's quality work, and flip through it and think, I'd like to actually sit at home and go through it page by page. And it wasn't until this year that I actually picked it up. So let's talk about the book, a few things. First of all, it's large format. So you can see it is not a small book, and it is neither in shape or in length. Along with Rosenbauer's photography, which we'll talk about more here in a second, there are introductory kind of essays by Tom Rosenbauer of Orbis. And they are quality. It's good writing. This is not captions that are thrown in simply so that a couple of pages can be filled up with something other than pictures. It's good writing by Rosenbauer. He has just an exceptional resume of writing, and this is another example. He lends it to Rosenbauer's photography. Let's talk about the pictures. There's a diverse subject matter. This is not a book of picture after picture of trout. And it's not a bad thing. So it's everything from people and equipment to rivers, lots of pictures of rivers, to particular anglers. And of course, there are fish mixed in there. Now, I like this because it is giving you a little bit more of a repertoire of Rosenbauer's work than just a bunch of pictures of tails or a fish in the water. And a lot of what captivates us is, again, the quarry and the culture of fly fishing, and this book certainly does that. Something else that I like that I think I just demonstrated as I flipped through is that these are large format photographs. They completely cover individual pages, and there's even some examples where you have like a panoramic image that covers 2 whole pages. Sometimes you'll get a book like this and it'll be small insets. So it's a really large book, really large format, but the photographs, with a few exceptions, are relegated to small inlays within the book. That's not the case with Trout. The third thing I would say is I'm not a photography expert, but I know good pictures when I see them. There's a lot of good photographs on Instagram. There's a lot of good photographs in other places on social media. But I would wager to guess that most people with lots of likes and follows aren't putting together the kind and the diversity and the composition of photographs to the point where a publisher would say, yeah, let's put together a 200 or 300 page large format book that we're selling for $50 based off of your work. So there's a difference in quality. Just because the quantity of photographs that's available, the kind of pictures that we are able to take using our smartphones is exceptional these days, it doesn't mean they're always going to be good. So Rosenbauer proves that there's still an art form to taking photographs. It's not as simple as point and shoot. So again, this book goes through a number of different aspects of subject matter. Each one started off with by a short essay by Tom Rosenbauer, and then you get to see Rosenbauer's photographs. This is the kind of book that, like I said, my boys and I have looked through it a few times already. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of kind of food for thought as you start to look at a granular perspective of what Rosenbauer is actually taking pictures of. The landscapes are stunning. The fish are intricately just beautiful, and you get to see that. It comes through in this work. The glossy paper is also a good thing in this case. They did not cut any corners. And again, retails for $50 here in the United States, so it's not an inexpensive book, but I think that it is worth the price. So if you have this on your bookshelf or you do have this on your coffee table, I think you will get a lot out of it. This is also the kind of book, this is being recorded in November. This is a great gift to give somebody because it is genuinely something that someone will look at multiple times and that they will treasure. Do you have a book that is like Trout, primarily photographs supplemented by some words? Let me know down in the comments below. Then head over to castingacross.com for 3 posts a week, the people, places, and things that go into the pursuit of fish.